Hey guys, and welcome back. Well, Instagram has sucked me in once again. I was cruising through everybody's pictures the other day and I saw the new Wet n Wild summer collection called Flights of Fancy. This is limited edition and you get 14 products in total. I also saw on their website that portions of every sale will go towards the LA Audubon Society, which is a nonprofit organization to restore the habitats for birds, more specifically the Allen's hummingbird, which is an endangered bird. So I'm always down to, support companies that do things like that and give back to the environment. I ordered this strictly from Wet n Wild's website. And it is $35 and over is free shipping. So I just basically went through and looked through their brush collection that I've been really wanting to try out, and I decided to purchase the powder brush from their new collection. So that put me over the edge and I had free shipping. I'll also say that I ordered it on the 2nd and it was at my house by the 4th. And I'm in Pennsylvania and they're from California. So it was crazy fast shipping, which I liked as well. So I just figured I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna try to use as many of the products that I can and kind of give my review and thoughts on the quality of them. And then I can kind of do a wrap up from there. So again, if these are the kind of videos you like, please give them a thumbs up, as well as please subscribe to my channel so you don't miss out on new videos. And without further ado, let's get into it. Now in this collection, you get 3 of the eyeshadow quads, 4 lip glosses, 2 liquid eyeliners, 3 baked blushes, 1 lip scrub, and 1 focus primer water. Now as you can see, I've already done my foundation and my concealer, but I did try to use as many Wet n Wild products as well. So I used the Photo Focus foundation that everybody has been obsessed with, as well as the Photo Focus concealer and the Photo Focus face primer. So you do receive 3 of their eyeshadow quads in this collection. The first one is Flock Party, the second is Hasta La Costa Baby, and then the third is Stop Ruffling My Feathers. I will say out of the 3 eyeshadow palettes, the one that I probably gravitate towards is Stop Ruffling My Feathers, only because it's more of a neutral kind of eye look, and it's always what I gravitate towards. But I will use as many as I can just to see if they all have kind of like the same quality to them. First I'm going to go in with the transition shade that's in the Flock Party palette, and I'm just going to pop that into my crease. I do really like that each of these quads is labeled with what shade or what they recommend for each shade, like transition, brow bone. That makes it a lot easier, especially for people just getting into makeup as well. It's definitely a nice shade to start out the transition. So the next transition that I'm going to go in with is this darker brown color here in the Stop Ruffling My Feathers palette. I really like this. This is more of kind of like a cool tone brown. And again, it's very pigmented as well. So for all over the eyelid, I'm going to again go into the Stop Ruffling My Feathers palette. I'm going to take kind of like this rose gold pinkish color here and put that all over the lid. First I'll apply it with just the brush and see if it works, and if not, then I'll add a little spray to my brush to kind of intensify the pigment. It's not horrible, but I want to see if I can get it a little bit brighter. So I'm going to actually take the primer water that's in there and spray my brush with that. That's definitely a little bit better. So I am going to actually go in with that same transition shade from Stop Ruffling My Feathers right here and try to put that in my outer V as kind of like the darker, smokier portion. So far I'm really impressed. I mean, these are all very pigmented and they're very buildable as well. There is a little bit of fallout, but I mean, what palette doesn't have some fallout? And I actually find if they do have a little bit of fallout that they blend a lot easier, which these are pretty easily blended. Okay, so now I'm going to apply one of the eyeliners that is in the collection. So you have 2 options. One's kind of like a goldish color and the other is kind of looks like a hunter green. So the shades are Winged and Wild and Gilded Wings. Not really sure which color I want to do though. I think I'm going to try the gold colored eyeliner and see how that works out. I do kind of wish that the brush was a little bit firmer because it would give you more kind of direction in where you want to go. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to apply mascara and false lashes off camera, and then I'll come back and we'll do our lower lash line and we can move on to the blushes that are in the collection. Alright, so for the lower lash line, I'm basically going to do everything that I did on the top as far as transitions go. So I'm going to go into Flock Party first, and then I'll go into Stop Ruffling My Feathers. Try to cover those bags a little bit from not getting any sleep because my toddler decided to party for about 4 hours in the middle of the night. So I decided to live on the wild side, and I'm going to try to take this teal shade right here and put that on my lower lash line as well to give it kind of like a pop of color. We shall see how it goes. I mean, it doesn't look awful. It does give it a little bit of a pop of color. I don't have the guts to go any brighter than this though. So now I'm going to go with the Makeup Geek Espresso eyeliner and kind of line the lower lash line. This collection does come with 3 limited edition blushes. The shades are Don't Flutter Yourself, which is kind of like a rose goldy shade. Then a more bronzy one called Hummingbird Height. I would kind of say fuchsia pink, and it's called Dare to Soar. I think today I'm going to go into the rose gold one to kind of match what's on my eyelids, and that one's Don't Flutter Yourself. And I'm actually going to use the Wet n Wild brush from their Pro brush line. It's the powder brush. Yeah. I do want to also say that I love how it's embossed with a hummingbird. That is so cute. Take a little swirl on my brush. Now these do have a bit of a shine to them, or like a shimmer. It's not, you know, it's not per se like a huge chunky glitter in them, but there is a little bit of a shimmer. That's a really pretty color. You know what, I'm gonna actually see if Hummingbird Hype would work as a highlighter for me. I'm gonna go in it very lightly and we'll see if it'll work. Gives it just enough of a shine. I really like that. I'm really impressed with these blushes. All right, and then moving on to the lip scrub. We're gonna do that really quick. Oh my God. That smells like you could eat it. It smells so much like watermelon. I will say my scrub was a little bit crumbly. I wish there was a little bit more of a gel texture to it so it didn't kind of just flop off my lips, but it wasn't horrible. So the collection comes with 4 lip glosses. You kind of have like a baby pink, a berry tone, a nude, and then kind of like this different orange shade. So I'm going to go with the pink one first, and this one is called Fly Gal. These definitely have a very creamy texture. They're not very sticky like some lip glosses can be. Next up is the more nude shade, and this one is called Featherless. Again, very creamy, not sticky. On the lips, it kind of gives off more of a peachy tone than a nude, but again, it's a beautiful shade. All right, third up, we're gonna go into this orange shade that is called Pout of Paradise. So this is not a shade that I see myself wearing. I'm just not somebody that can pull off an orange lip. This would not be an everyday look for me. Okay, and the last shade in the collection is this berry shade, and this one is called Shut the Puck Up. That's funny. Definitely a color that you kind of have to build up a little bit more. It looks a little spotty in certain areas. But once you kind of build up the color, it's definitely a beautiful shade. I could see myself wearing this come fall. Okay, so I decided to mix the pink shade and the peach shade together and put those on my lips for the look today. So the last item in the collection is the Wet n Wild Photo Focus Primer Spray Water. So I already have on all my foundation and everything, so I didn't have a chance to use it to prime my face, but I figured why can't we just use it as a setting spray? It's like sometimes it's a spritz and other times it's like an actual drop of water on your face. All right, so this is the look that I completed. I did go a little smokier than I intended, but it is what it is. I think it still looks great. So now I'm gonna kind of just go over everything in the collection and give my final thoughts on everything. So first up was the eyeshadow quads. I absolutely love these. I mean, as the price point of $2.99 if you buy them individually, they are a great quality, very pigmented, easy to blend. Again, a tiny bit of fallout, but not a big deal. What palette doesn't have fallout? I will say that I did definitely gravitate towards Stop Ruffling My Feathers. It's just more of like the neutral shades that I like to use on a daily basis. But the other two, I mean, they were just as beautiful. So highly recommend these eyeshadow quads for sure. And then next up was the eyeliners. Now again, I only got to use the gold one, but it wasn't really my cup of tea. I mean, I don't know if it was maybe just the colors or if it was the brush or, you know, that combined together, but it just wasn't something that I see myself reaching for again. Absolutely love the blushes. Now again, I can see myself using Dare to Soar more on my eyes than I ever would on my cheeks, but This one, which was Don't Flutter Yourself, was absolutely beautiful on my cheeks, and it gives kind of a little bit of a shine, so it's also like a highlighter as well. And then as far as Hummingbird Hype, I didn't use it on my cheeks per se, but I did lightly use it as a highlighter. You know, it seemed to work okay. The lip scrub smelled amazing. It did a great job kind of getting all that dead skin off my lips to prepare it for the lip glosses, so highly recommend this. And then as far as the 4 lip glosses go, I mean, the shades, especially these 3, the pink, the nude, and the berry, are absolutely beautiful. I don't see myself reaching for this one, so I don't really recommend it, but again, that's a personal preference just on shade. They were very creamy. They're not sticky on the lips. I mean, it's a lip gloss, so they're not going to last all day, but it's something if you just want to pop it on before you run to do errands or whatever, this would be a great option. I don't know. I mean, the primer water, do I think it really did anything? I wasn't really happy with the sprayer on it, so I don't know if I'd recommend this. I mean, if you're out and you just want something cheap to kind of spray your face throughout the day, if you feel you're getting a little bit powdery, go for it. I mean, it's only $4.99, so why not? All right, so there you have my thoughts on the limited edition summer collection from Wet n Wild called Flights of Fancy. You can get it on their website. I'm not sure if it'll be sold in stores or when it will be, but I know that as of this morning, it was still available on their website. And again, if these are the kind of videos you like, please give it a thumbs up and please subscribe to my channel. I greatly appreciate it. And also down below, I will link my last video where I am doing a giveaway that is still open. So go ahead and watch that and subscribe so you can be entered to win that gift. All right, well, that's about it for me because again, it's time for my boys to get up. So I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.
It's getting me in trouble, baby, and I can't break